Oh, yeah, you know what it is. We're going back at you again with a special treat this evening. Aaron McKee, Steph Ronan. We are so enamored by what's been going on for the last, I'll say, since August 10th. And this right here you're now tuned into is called The Kross Effect. And by the name, you can the title, you can tell that who we talking about and what we're talking about. The thing has been blowing up the internet for the last couple of days, so it's only rightful and righteous that we give this thing some time and really talk about what's going on, because he said a lot on Errol Hawani's show. He said a lot in his documentary and called The Killer Part 2. If you haven't watched it, go watch it on YouTube. It's very good, very informative, and very insightful. His interview today was off the chain, had me glued to my seat. And we here to talk about it, break it down. So comment, like, subscribe, and off we go. My man, Aaron McKee, man, listen, Oos, what you, first of all, did you see the doc?
Yep. Saw the doc yesterday. Watch it. Didn't even watch it on my phone. I said, I got to watch this on my big-ass TV. I got to see what's going on.
I feel you. I feel you on that, because I sure did, too. Yeah. So what did you think about the doc? And very insightful. This,
Yeah, I think it's kind of weird because, I mean, you can use WWE's footage and stuff, and the cameras were backstage with him all the time at WWE events. It just makes me think, like our post we just posted last week, that it's still kind of a work. And then even on the fucking Ariel Helwani show, he's like, I've never asked this. Is it a work? And he's like, no. I'm like, bro, that's saying no is a work. Like, I don't know. Like, I'm still 75% of work after everything I viewed, bro. Everything I viewed, 75% of work still, bro.
So I happen to know on good accord that the camera who was following him is an independent film camera dude that he met on Instagram, because I seen him converse back and forth.
Yeah.
That he shot with. I don't know his name. Sorry about that. But yeah, it's not WWE cameras. It's his own personal dude that's following him around recording.
But they allowed him to be in WWE areas while recording though. You know what I'm saying? Like he's signing 8x10s, bro. He's signing 8x10s.
But it was only Karrion Kross stuff. It wasn't like they was getting other superstars involved, other things being recorded, or it was just only Kross. Yeah, that was on there. So
and a little bit of Scarlett.
Naturally, that's the wife. You know, you can't do anything without the wife.
Yeah.
You know?
The best part of Scarlett was saying cheese is the same effects as heroin. I said, damn.
I was like, damn. She's like, cheese a lot.
I said, I must feel like I'm on heroin all the time because I love cheese, man. I love cheese.
Listen, so here goes some. Let's break down the doc first before we go into the interview, because that's what's really telling all about it. Mm-hmm. So it was a couple of highlights in that doc I saw. First of all, you get to see Kevin, Killer Kross's real name, and you get to see Elizabeth, which is Scarlett's real name, and you see them as people of the people. It was at one point in the film that she was asking people, you know, or you want to see us and stuff, like, I'll pay for it. Don't worry about it. I'll pay for it just to take a picture with a fan.
The camera, the guy trying to take a picture, he was like, oh, and she's like, I'll pay for it. Don't worry about it. Like, crazy nice people. Crazy nice people.
Inspirational people, bro. Like, and then, one of the things that kind of like got a soft spot in my heart for it, when he was talking to the disabled girl. He's like, is anybody messing with you? Anybody, you know? He's like, I hit him with a steel rod, you know.
Yeah.
And you know, the pops was telling him, like, yeah, everybody was giving us crazy looks and this and that. And he's like, don't listen to all of that. And you can see one thing about Kross when he's interaction with his fans, for this book signing, he spends time talking to them. Yeah. Unlike someone that I know that just brushes them off and don't really spend some feel. You know what I'm saying? You know, unlike some people I know. You know what I mean? But this was a very telling, great documentary. The first one, I was enamored with the first one. This is perfect. I'm pretty sure there's gonna be a part 3. But I tell you what,
part 3, the return, bro.
We're gonna see. We're gonna see. Now, out of respect for Kross, I want to just go ahead and say, you know, honestly, if this is a work, this is one of the greatest works of all time. But to be honest with you, in my heart, and it's only why I say it's not a work anymore, because of what he said on Arrow Hawaii's show. He said, people thinking it's a work is kind of messing up my life as far as getting booked, moving forward, because people don't want to be caught with being tampered. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So I feel like this might not be a work. And after I saw everything and I broke it down, it would surprise me if it's not, and if it's actually what it is, because WWE is known to do some shit like this. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get into the interview with Arrow Hawaii. Now,
Oh wait, there's
all
one
the
more
years-
part in the documentary, bro.
oh, go ahead.
Logan Paul advocated.
I was gonna do word on the street on that, but go ahead.
Okay. Logan Paul advocated to get Karrion Kross involved in his match at WrestleMania.
Yes, he did. And when he said that, I said, you know what? A motherfucker like Logan Paul going to bat for someone like Karrion at the time. Nothing but respect. That's nothing but respect. Nothing but respect for Logan Paul for doing that. And not because
y'all hate him still? Y'all hate him still?
My hate went from hate to dislike. You know what I'm saying? So it was getting better. But I tell you what, man, nothing but respect for him for that, man. That was very, very bold of him, and for Kross to put that out there and let it be known, that's dope, man. And I honestly think Logan Paul behind the scenes isn't a bad guy like that. I would like for him, to be honest with you, I would like for him, because he said it in the doc, not this doc, but another Unreal. I would like for him to watch other people's matches, sit backstage, because he even said, I didn't even see the match. Like, you know what I'm saying? I forgot what match it was. It was an interaction with somebody, and he was like, I didn't see the match either.
Tiffany Stratton.
Yes. Yeah.
But that Undertaker talked about that with Gunther on his podcast. Undertaker's like, if you ain't watching the monitor, it's not gonna be a good day for you. But he's like, it's totally changed now because motherfuckers are filming TikToks, and he's like, no one watches each other's matches anymore. It's like a lost art. It's like just the evolution of wrestling. Some shit's gonna change, and that's one of the things that changes. And it's unfortunate because you could probably learn a lot from watching everyone's matches. I would assume so, you know.
And it shows in the product.
Yeah.
The botches, the sloppiness, the untimeliness. It shows. And that's what I'm saying. The art of professional wrestling. You have to be enamored and love it in order for you to sit behind that monitor and watch everybody. Because I know if I was a wrestler,
I'm watching everything, bro.
I'm watching everything. I'm watching promos. I'm watching the whole show.
Yeah.
I'm watching, taking notes. What can I do to better myself? What they doing? Take a little piece from him. Take a little piece from her. Take a little piece from that. You know, you have to take the craft serious. And this is the problem I had. I'm going to go a little bit back a little bit. This is the problem I had with when I did hip hop, when I was doing music. I hated the fact that people think they can just, rapping is easy. Let me do it. Because you're rapping. I'm an MC. You're a rapper. I'm an MC. That's two different things. You understand? Just compare it to sports entertainer to a professional wrestler. One actually cares about the craft, the art of whatever of professional wrestling. The other one is using professional wrestling as a vehicle to enhance whatever else they're trying to do. So Logan Paul is a great sports entertainer. Pro wrestler, not so much, because he still has a lot to learn.
That's why I like MJF, bro. Because they're like, did you watch WrestleMania? He's like, of course I watched WrestleMania.
Yes.
He's like, I'm a fan. I like watching it. He's like, I like it. I'm in the industry. I like it. Shit like Kevin Owens. Owens, I know, watches the show every week. He just doesn't watch his shit. He watches everything. Karrion Kross, speaking of the Ariel Wani, after fucking SummerSlam, they said they had plans for him to go to Raw. Then they sent him and his wife home. Ariel said, did you watch Raw? He said, yes. He's like, of course I watched Raw. Like, yes. Right. I'm a fan of WWE. Of course I watched Raw.
Yeah. So with that segue from Aaron McKee, let's go ahead and get into it. So I wrote some notes, and let's go ahead and start with the no serious talks about his contracts. So at one point, even in the documentary, and he reiterated this on Arrow, his show, he said there was one talk over the phone about my contract. He said, but I didn't feel like it was a serious talk. I didn't feel like they took it as as it's supposed to be. And let me preface this by saying this. So in Kross's mind, this is what I'm thinking. You have a hot, bubbling star right now who is selling merch out. Come to me about my contract. Matter of fact, you didn't even come to me about contract. I had to go to you about my contract. I'm ready to talk. And when we do finally talk, I felt like you just brushed me off. And he was pissed about that, and rightfully so. Your thoughts on that part?
Well, so what they said, he said he told them in January he wanted to re-sign, right?
Yeah.
And then they didn't send him a contract. His contract ended on what? A Sunday? The 10th.
The 10th, August 10th. Yep.
And they sent him a contract on a Tuesday before. Told this man he had 24 hours to sign or it's gone.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. That's all she wrote.
Mm-hmm.
And even Ariel was like, bro, I've signed a lot of contracts. I've never heard of that before. Like, that's crazy to me.
Yep.
That's crazy. My thing, I just, bro, it's like even Ariel saying that, bro, and what Paul Heyman said, which we talked about last week. This dude is too big in the WWE right now to at least offer this man something, bro.
Wait, hold your thought, because I know what you're about to say, and I want us to go through this, and then let's see if you change your mind. Because I know what you're about to say.
Are you gonna change my mind?
I'm not trying to, but I'm gonna put some things out here because they changed my mind for what I've heard. Because I put stuff together, it changed my mind. So I'm gonna say a couple of things I want you to understand, like a little bit. Okay. So with that being said, Ariel Helwani said, I ain't never heard of that before. And he said, I even asked some of the boys in the back. They never heard of that before. So if you don't respond within this 24 hours. And then he said, which goes into my next thing, he wanted to know the matrix, like the metrics and the analytics. Like, how did we come up with this contract that you're presenting to me? And Ariel, he even said, is it more or was it less? He said it was the same.
No, he didn't comment on it, bro. He didn't comment on it. He didn't say it was the same. He didn't say no. Ariel said he got offered a contract from ESPN that was the same as his current contract, even though he was a bigger star. Kross never said whether it was more, whether it was less, whether it was nothing. But the one thing he did say was Scarlett didn't have a contract.
Okay, wait a minute now. You jumping the gun a little bit. Hold up. Hold up. He didn't say for verbatim that it was the same, but from how he was spoken and how he was saying it, it had to be the same or it had to be less. And I
don't think it was less. I think it was more. It just wasn't as much as he needed it to be because of how big he is right now.
Right.
That's my opinion from what I heard. I was like, I think it's not the same because he would have reacted when Ariel said, I got offered the same contract. And that just means they didn't want you to sign it. He didn't really react to that. I think it was more. It just wasn't as much more as he expected with how his character trajectory is right now.
Right. I just feel like they offered him similar, if not that little bit much. It wasn't too much more. And I think it really bothered him because for A, look at the work I put in. I got myself over. B, where's my wife's contract? Do you not understand?
That's why I think the breaking point might have been, if this isn't a work, if this is a shoot, maybe the contract was a lot more, but no Scarlett. And you riding dying for Scarlett right now. You riding dying for Scarlett.
He has to. That's his wife.
Even though he said she signed WWE before he signed WWE.
In NXT, yes. But listen, this is what makes me think otherwise. He said he wanted to know the analytics and the matrix of
how they got to that ballpark.
How they got what they got. So it couldn't be too much more. It had to be either the same or a little bit less.
Or
and I'm going to tell you.
How much was he made? That's what because originally he was in NXT, got called up to the main roster, which you're probably still under your NXT contract, right?
Right.
Probably not that much in your contract right now. So he gets let go, comes back, re-signs, probably not for that much more. Like, I mean, couple million maybe. He ain't making, what is CM Punk, like 10 million a year. Rollins is around 8, Cody's around 8, Roman's at 15. I would say he's making a couple million a year, 1 to 3 million a year. I don't know. I'm sure I could look it up and I can find the numbers easily because that's past knowledge. But I mean, if they offer him $5 million when this man with the crowd and everything deserves to be up there with the CM Punks and stuff, yeah, that's a lot more money, but it's not where he was thinking type thing.
Right.
It's like Terry McLaurin right now with the Washington Commanders, bro. This man is making $25 million this year and does not want to play because he had a good year last year. And what I saw on ESPN, I hate this man. I hate this man so much. Mad Dog. But I agree with him so much. I hate him. I hate everything too. I hate him. But I agree with him. Bro, you signed a 3-year extension. You're making $25 million this year. I didn't make you sign 3 years. You signed 3 years. If you had a bad year last year, could I go back and take money away from your $25 million this year? No. But now you want to sit out because you deserve more. I get it from both sides. I really do. And it's very frustrating that I signed a 6-year contract in the military. Is I outperformed my contract. It's not going to be like, yeah, I'm going to sit out and y'all need to pay me more. No, bro, I got to do the contract, bro. You know what I'm saying? Right. So I get where Karrion Kross, maybe he thought it was here. They wanted to offer it here. Maybe they'll come back. Maybe they'll come back in 2 weeks and be like, you know what? Here's your $10 million a year or something. I don't know. But
the thing is with me is I'm not concerned with the numbers. Numbers is numbers, right? I don't like to count this man's pockets. But one thing I do want to understand is how the conversations and how everything played out. This is what matters in pro wrestling. Do you see me as an asset? This is basically what fuck Karrion. This is what Killer was saying. Killer was saying, do you see me as an asset? And B, I'm not a solo act. Scarlett is so much part of the act. We said it many times. She completes the whole thing.
Yeah.
And for them,
she's the only valet in WWE, bro. The only valet.
And for them not to even offer her a contract, like, what are we really doing right now? So again, Kross say I was frustrated, and before we go any further, shout out to Kevin for keeping it so professional. And he, at one point, even in the interview, he said, me and my wife decided that we're not young kids no more, and how we're going to handle this situation isn't going to be a rebuttal or just a reaction. But let me tell you something. Kross, Kevin, listen, loyalty is a two-way street, my man. You being loyal to a company who, A, released you, because after the gimmick of the helmet, the gladiator gimmick that you were supposed to have.
Shit was stupid.
You know what I'm saying?
He didn't say it was stupid, but he was like, yeah.
It didn't work. It didn't get over. They messed you. They messed your whole persona up when you went to the main roster. They released you to only re-sign you back. And I guarantee you, they only re-signed him back because of he was in talks with AEW. Okay? I saw another interview. Yes, he was. He was in talks with AEW. And he was close to getting back until Triple H made the phone call and said, let's come back home. And he went back because he always wanted to be in the E, right?
I don't know if did you hear the word on the street?
What's that?
Don Callis.
What?
Allegedly.
Oh, wait a minute. We're not going to, that's word on the street. Let's not even get it down right now, bro. We're not going to get it in that. Y'all stay tuned for word on the street.
Allegedly, y'all. Allegedly. We don't know shit. We're just two guys talking on webcam right now.
But that was in TNA. So let's go ahead. Let's push that to the side. We're gonna talk about that tomorrow. Y'all stay tuned for Word on the Street, episode 27. Let's get it real. All right. But as far as right now, Kross was signed, let go, come back, and then wasn't even on TV for a couple of months. And then he brought up the point to where he spoke to Heyman, and Heyman really spoke some truth for him. He said, let's say they don't use you for 6 months on TV. You know, then what? Don't lose your confidence. Don't lose yourself because they're not using you. Keep out on going. And this is one thing I admire about Kross. In the day and age where so many people complain, bitch, and moan because they're not getting utilized properly and stuff, Kross said, fuck that. I'm going to get myself over through the internet. And he even said that he got some backlash for that. And the backlash was for him interacting with the fans, liking their posts, liking their comments, interaction with the fans. And he was getting ridiculed for that. All right? Case in point, that night, a couple weeks ago on Monday Night Raw, when he walked out and the people was going crazy for him. They was waiting for him. He went and shook hands and took some autographs and did his thing. That was the point when Scarlett was like kind of pinched him real hard, only to get his attention because of the little kid that wanted to, little baby wanted to speak to him, and he turned around and was like, what's going on? He said he got into husband mode. I feel that. But the point is that he said someone came up to him, didn't talk to him about it, said it in a conversation, like, you shouldn't be doing that. And he was like, why not? Why not? He said, I remember when I was a little kid and standing outside and the wrestlers walk right past me and not say anything and not do anything. And he was like, and I don't know, is it because I'm supposed to be a bad guy that I'm not supposed to interact with the fans? And I immediately say, that cannot be the reason, because that's bullshit. That's bullshit. And another word on the street on me with Roman Reigns, Hulk Hogan, we're going to talk about it. And I think that's bullshit too. So we're going to talk about this though. I think that's bullshit. In a company that is willing to pull the fucking curtain back, all the way back, you mean to tell me this heel can't go up to fans and show his appreciation, but you all are telling everybody everything they do inside the ring and outside the ring and behind the camera is a fucking work, but he can't go out here and do that? That let me know then and there was some hatred. Because let me tell you something, the E does not like it when you get yourself over. They do not like it.
I don't think so, bro. I don't think so. I think
Zack Ryder.
I think what you're saying right now, you'll be like, everything Karrion Kross, Triple H will always be like, you gotta listen to the fans. You gotta listen to the fans. Karrion Kross, fan. This is why I think it's the biggest work of all time, bro. Is because everything the WWE says, Karrion Kross went on an interview in a documentary and said WWE hated him for it. Doing this, interacting with the fans are like, no, don't do that. Getting over with the fans. We'll see if it works next week. We'll see if it works this week. When Triple H always says you gotta listen to the fans, like everything, like bro, like even the post WrestleMania interview thing where Karrion Kross went crazy and he admits it was a work.
It was a work.
And they're like, no one told Triple H. Get the fuck out of here, bro. Get out of here, bro. People told Triple H, bro. Triple H knew that was a work, bro. Come on, bro. The head of Created didn't know that one of the most viral moments of WrestleMania weekend for a week was a work. Stop, bro. Stop.
So what you're saying is because of him saying stuff like that, you think this is all a complete work?
It goes against everything Triple H talks about all the time.
A lot of things been going against what Triple H been saying and preaching for a long time.
Well, then that's the Rock. That's the Rock backdoor shenanigans. Then
I don't know about that. I don't know about
that's the Rock trying to get Triple H out of there, big dog.
Listen, again, if it is a work, why is he available for bookings?
Because which company did he say didn't reach out?
He said AEW, and he said, and
guess where? Karrion Kross can go anywhere he wants to go, except for one place. The one company he said didn't reach out to him, which is probably, in my opinion, BS, bro.
No, I think it's true. Listen, AEW has been on a different playing field in 2025 than they ever have been, okay?
Bro, so there's not a bigger wrestler that got released with that much of a crowd chant. Tony Khan is salivating.
You have to listen though. You got to listen. He even gave us the explanation. He said that he's fearful of this, and I guarantee you why he agreed to the interview today, to let it be known that he is not signed and this is not a work and open for bookings, because he feel like this is hindering any other promotions coming at me. Even Ariel, he said, so has any wrestling promotions reached out to you? Yeah, but it's the same thing. They don't,
except for AEW.
Is it a work? Yes, except for AEW. Just because AEW hasn't reached out yet doesn't mean that they won't.
So that means AEW called him right now. Has already called him. After that interview?
Who knows? I don't know.
Bro,
we don't know.
He said AEW did not reach out because AEW is still the competition, bro. Of course he's going to be like, nah, AEW didn't reach out because he's still signed with WWE.
No, I think maybe because he wants to be re-signed with WWE. Okay. Let me ask you this: if this is such a work, then what about Scarlett?
I mean, that's a sticky situation.
Exactly. So this is all the reason for you can't bring.
But my homeboy, what's his name, Cedric Alexander, said he would sign with AEW instantly if they reached out,
and they didn't reach out.
That sucks for Cedric Alexander.
And what did I tell you a couple of months ago? Why he wouldn't reach out? Because of his wife. Had beef with
So Tony Khan was a pussy for not reaching out then? Allegedly.
I don't know who's. Listen, I'm not going to sit here and try to speculate what's in these people's minds. I'm just going off what we know, not what we speculate. I'm just saying,
we going off of what Karrion Kross said, which could all be a work, bro.
Okay. But I would say this out of respect for Kross. I don't think this is a work anymore. I really think he really is like, oh man, I'm gonna tell you this. He didn't want to burn his bridge. If this was a work, he could have come in there and said, you know what? They did this, they did that. But he was so careful how he crafted his answers. It wasn't like he just was blurting shit out.
Are you saying he crafted his answers to not make WWE look bad?
Of course. Because he loved the WWE.
But if I really got burned by WWE, I don't give a fuck. I'm tearing them a new one.
That's
because guess what?
That's you.
But WWE will take anyone back if they make money. Karrion Kross makes money. He's still in the company, bro. I guarantee it.
Okay. I mean, you welcome to believe what you want to believe. Like I said.
Why'd you switch, bro? What's the main reason?
I heard it from the horse's mouth.
You heard it from an actor that plays an actor on TV every week? Come on, bro.
I heard it from a horse's mouth. And the way and how serious he felt when he was
I heard Seth Rollins say he was injured and was on the fucking Rick Eisen show for fucking 3 hours limping around on crutches.
Well, that's Franklin, bro. This ain't Kross.
This is what WWE wants, bro. They want us to not believe in anything anymore. They want to release, bro. What would do better views for Unreal Season 2 than this whole Karrion Kross story, bro?
They still can put it out without having them sign because they still was
no. But if they put the whole story out about how it's all a work, bro, they're in the creative room talking about it. Blah blah.
If they do that, if they put a story out how this came and it all was a work, then they just fucking use their best trump card. Because now this is a new kayfabe they're trying to do. And if you're going to put a fucking show out saying this is how we did everything, you just use up your trump card. So
but
now
they're
you
going to do it after the fact, bro. They're going to do it after the fact. We're going to be long past this when season 2 comes out, bro.
It doesn't matter because they can still use this type of kayfabe for different stars. You understand what I'm saying? And if you use this card and put it out in the world like this is what we did, now people going to be like, everything's a fucking work. You understand what I'm saying? You don't want to do that.
Season 2 will be Brock Lesnar, Karrion Kross.
Season 2 is just going to be Brock Lesnar. That's all it's going to be. It's just going to be Brock Lesnar. But listen, you don't want to do that, man. You don't want to pull out the cards because they're trying to find new ways to kayfabe everybody. And because, again, I said it months ago, I'm going to stand by it. Part of professional wrestling is the allure of what could be real, what could be scripted. And so far, everything has been fucking scripted, and we see how the interest has went like that.
So you're saying you
find new ways to have kayfabe.
Yeah, this is kayfabe, bro. If this is real, there is no kayfabe involved at all. This is just a real story we watching. Karrion Kross is gone from WWE. Peace out, my guy.
For him to have his own shirt on ProWrestlingTees.com, Buddha bless.
Yeah.
That means he is not signed to them because WWE do not let any star have any kind of pro wrestling teams other than WWE shop. So that means he's not signed.
That's not true. You can get WWE shirts on a bunch of collabs and shit, bro. It just can't. Yeah, bro. You can get a bunch of
not official WWE.
Bro, I saw a link or I saw a reel the other day of a girl talking about how WWE shirts on their WWE website, the quality sucks and all this. And then she listed like 5 other collab shops that can do WWE people's shirts, bro.
Go on ProTees.com and you tell me a current superstar shirt that is on there right now that's signed to the WWE.
Bro, I'm telling you.
No, I'm just telling you. Just do that and then you come back to me and let me know who. Okay.
Bro, what's happening is, there's no way they get rid of Karrion Kross, bro. When have they ever released a superstar that was doing this good? When?
Listen.
Name one time, bro. Name one time.
The closest I can remember is Zack Ryder. Zack Ryder, a.k.a. Matt Cardona, got himself over on the internet. And people was chanting his name.
We know the internet's fake, bro. Internet's fake. Was he getting crowd chants like Karrion Kross is getting? And yes. You know what? I'm mad at Raw. Not one Karrion Kross chant.
Some said it was confiscating signs.
Yeah, bullshit, bro. I saw that sign in the front row the whole time on camera, bro.
Stop. I saw it too.
Bro, that's just people trying to get clicks online, bro. I hate those people. But again, that would be a very controversial take. Was WWE taking "We Want Cross" signs away, bro? If you watched the show, there was 2 of them right there and there. Never went away, bro.
But let's not act like WWE. Let's not act like WWE doesn't have a history of confiscating signs. They have done this shit a lot of times, bro.
Hold up. Did WWE release that information? Did they leak that information?
No, I seen that shit.
No. Did WWE release signs getting confiscated of "We Want Cross"?
Shit, I don't know about that, but I seen it with my own eyes that they seen people confiscate signs. Matter of fact, this is right after CM Punk.
No, "We Want Cross" signs, though.
No, listen. After CM Punk did what he did and exited WWE the way he did, I seen this fan was going to a show in the State Farm Arena for like the SmackDown Raw Super Show years ago. Fan had a CM Punk sign. They made him open it up. When they saw it was CM Punk, they took his fucking sign, bro. He said, "You can get this back after the end of the show." And the kid was like, why you take my CM Punk sign? He's not with the company anymore.
Yeah.
It was too much controversy for that shit. So it was taking signs. So WWE does have a history with confiscating signs. Let's not front out like they don't. But I will say this. They didn't take those 2 signs that was kept showing on TV.
That's what I'm saying.
Let's
Will
talk
they
about
take
the
them from the nosebleeds? Come on, guys.
Where was the chance?
What if there was chance and they muted him? Nah, we would have heard about that.
No, I'm gonna tell you like this, because where was that for this Raw?
Quebec City, baby, Canada.
I can promise you this Monday night in Philadelphia, they're going to be a shit ton of "We Want Cross" chants. Watch this.
That'd be dope, bro. I'll be down.
Oh, it's going to be dope because it's going to happen.
Yeah.
And I can guarantee you it's going to happen. You're going to see. Watch. You're going to see. I promise you this. One thing about this interview that I didn't understand is, why was there no face-to-face contact with Triple H? He said it was always a middleman involved with everything.
You know my reason, bro. You know my reason.
You got to stop saying that. You gotta indulge in a conversation, man. So it can be more.
That is my conversation, bro. It's all the work, bro. Everything he said was a work. He talked to Triple H probably in January. Maybe he didn't sign it back then, but he signed it before now. He signed it before August 8th. Everything I think is a work, bro, and you're not going to be able to change my mind.
No, I'm not trying
to. When I see him show up in AEW, that is the second I know it's not a work. If I see him show up in anywhere else, I'm still believing it's a work, bro. I don't, except for maybe ROH. He shows up in TNA, obviously. That's a WWE affiliate. It's a work. He shows up in GCW. Who's there? Bubba Ray right now. He's the champ. Work. He shows up in AAA. Work. If he shows up in CCLM or CLM, what is the
CMLM?
CMLM? That might not be work then. But until he shows up in an AEW program, I still think it's a work.
But you're still forgetting one major factor. Why wasn't Scarlett offered a contract?
I was, bro. That's what I'm saying. Everything he said, I just don't believe it right.
You're playing a dangerous game with your mental, man. You think every fucking thing is at work. You're going to be driving yourself crazy.
That's the wrestling fan I want to live in, bro. That's where I want to live as a wrestling fan. I think everything's a work, bro.
Listen,
I want it to be a work.
I want to be there with you too, but
do you want it to be real? Do you want Karrion Kross done with WWE?
Not. Of course not.
Then you got to believe, baby.
When a motherfucker say is 100% real, I'm going to take him for what he is.
And I'll say this again. Seth Rollins' injury, he said it was real.
Bro, do not bring up fucking Franklin Rollins to me again,
He went on the Rich Eisen show, which has no affiliation with WWE, and limped around on his crutches, bro.
Mm-hmm.
It's a work.
And for some bullshit ass storyline like Cash and Bird, get the fuck out.
Yeah.
Get that shit out of here with that shit, bro. Ain't nobody worried about no Franklin, bro, about that little knee. Get his little knee out of here, man. What we talking about is showing major, big time box office right now. We're talking about Kross. All right? So tell me this. What's up with here's the contract. If you don't agree to this in 24 hours, we're going to pull it back. What the fuck is that all about?
Ariel said he's never heard of that before. This man signs many contracts. You even said he talked to other people. Never heard of that before. All that. But all of a sudden, this one time when he's selling shirts out the ass, he's getting crowd chants, which WWE loves. Crowd, everything. And then this one time, they're going to play this dumb bullshit where they're like, you need to sign this or we're not signing you. Stop.
Okay.
Stop.
How about
bro.
this?
Stop.
How about SummerSlam weekend? Different execs are coming up to him and saying, "You're gonna do right. You're gonna, He's like, "What are we doing here? What do you mean? Like, I've always do my job, right? Like, you're not gonna do anything to get the crowd to chant for you outside
And
that ring."
Ariel, and that was a bad thing. Kross says that was a bad thing. Kross said because Ariel called him on it. He was like, "The outcome." If they boo the outcome, how is that your problem? And Kross was like,
No.
I know, bro.
Kross,
yeah, I know.
He said, no, it's not about the outcome. I know that. He said, but he's talking. Know what I'm talking about.
I know, but Ariel called him on the crowd. You can't control the crowd. If they want to boo, they're going to boo. If you want to cheer, they want to cheer. And they're like, oh, you're not going to ruin this, are you? No, bro. Ariel kind of called him on that, bro. That made me even more think it's still a work, bro. I'm telling you, bro.
He didn't call him on it.
Everything that is happening right now is completely opposite than what wrestling is we've known.
This is wrestling in its purest form based on what you're trying to tell me.
It is, bro. Well, now it's the new kayfabe. Even Karrion Kross said that. He said it's the new kayfabe. Not really. Brian Pillman started it. Blah blah blah.
Right.
So he started what? He started what, Karrion Kross? That you're doing right now? Because you saying this isn't the new kayfabe that started now. Brian Pillman started it. So you saying that kind of makes you say that this is kayfabe right now. This isn't the new kayfabe starting right now. Brian Pillman did it years ago. That's kind of admitting you're doing
just
kayfabe.
Rehashing it, making it more prevalent. But think about this. Think about R-Truth, right? R-Truth got released, right? And
that was facts. That was facts.
But everybody think it's facts, right? But he came
especially
back, right?
after SmackDown, bro.
Right. But there was no interviews.
Nothing.
There was nothing outside.
And what are we getting right now? Hella interviews.
Well, that's because Kross wants to get hired. He wants to fucking get back to work. And he said people are not reaching out to him because they think everything is a fucking work.
Bro, that makes no sense.
How is that?
I can't be like, as if I own a small indie wrestling company, I can be like, hey, you available for this weekend, bro? I can't do that.
Of course. But a lot of them are
So why are people scared to reach out because they think it's a work?
Because they want to tamper.
There's no tampering in wrestling. That's not a thing.
That is a thing.
This isn't the NBA, bro. This isn't the NFL. No, because word on the street.
Listen,
word on the street.
Do your knowledge. Did you not understand when Tony Khan tried to put some stuff out where WWE is tampering with their talent? Even Swerve said it on an interview one time. He said there was close tampering.
Swerve's a bad example because he's salty about the way he was treated at WWE.
Nah, man, bro,
Kyle
you gotta get out
Fletcher,
that fandom.
We'll say right now to prove my point. Kyle Fletcher said WWE reached out to him to sign him.
When?
That's not tampering, bro.
But when?
Just now, right before he signed his new contract. He just signed a new contract last weekend.
Right.
WWE reached out to him and asked if he wanted to sign.
It's not.
That's not tampering, bro. This ain't the NFL.
It's not tampering if your fucking contract runs out and you decline to not go there because you know AEW is going to get you another contract. That's not tampering. He was still
signed in AEW, bro. He was still signed in AEW. WWE said, would you like to come through? We'll make you an offer. He said, no, I'll pass. Bro. There's no tampering.
Because
there's no tampering in wrestling, bro. It's two different.
No, I'm not believing you.
Hold on. Let me ask you this. So if AEW asks Karrion Kross if it's a work or a shoot, would you be interested in a contract? Who the fuck is AEW getting in trouble from? Because when it happens in NFL and the NBA, when it's tampering, everyone falls under the NBA NFL umbrella. Right. AEW's their own thing. WWE's their own thing.
Right.
There is no tampering, bro. That's another reason why I think there is no law, bro. There is no law.
You can't.
If you work for Apple, Microsoft can recruit you, bro. The same way Ray Phoenix was waiting to get released to get signed to WWE,
and that's why the motherfucker was on TV.
No, that's why AEW wouldn't. That's why AEW wouldn't release him,
because they made it known they were going to go to WWE.
Yes, that's not tampering. So Tony Khan, no one got fun. No one got in trouble. Motherfucker, Ray Phoenix was sitting at home getting paid. That's all it is, bro. There's no tampering in wrestling.
Tony Khan, to protect his brand, he did not make these stars even bigger than what they're going to do. Because they need to go leave AEW to go to WWE.
But you don't get in trouble by the law. You don't get in trouble by nothing. You don't get fined. You don't get nothing, bro. There's nothing. There's no tampering.
There's a difference between you saying, well, my contract up, I'm going to try to go to WWE. Then you're still in the middle of your contract and WWE is reaching out to you.
Bro, everyone know Ray Phoenix was gone, bro. Literally, Tony Khan finally released him, and then he was on fucking SmackDown the next week.
Of course.
That's what I'm saying. AEW could easily be like, Kross, come to AEW, and be like, he said no to AEW because he's still in WWE, bro.
AEW didn't reach out to him, bro. I promise you.
I promise you they did.
No, they didn't.
Bro, there's no way you don't try and bring over that big of a talent.
Not yet. What did Tony Khan say? He said, we're not just going to pick up ex-WWE stars just because they was popping on TV. They have to fit the mold of what we do over here in AEW.
Bro, if he signed all them other motherfuckers, he's signing Karrion Kross, bro.
Who has he signed from WWE since then? The latest wave of releases.
Not since then.
Wait. The latest wave of releases.
Are you comparing them?
Shayna Baszler.
Are you comparing them to Karrion Kross right now?
Dakota Kai. No, listen.
Are you comparing Dakota Kai to Killer Kross, bro?
Listen. Like Max Casper say, listen. He didn't sign that one person from that release. And I'm not comparing them to Karrion Kross.
That's because they all suck.
I'm not comparing them to Karrion Kross. All right, be careful with that shit, bro. What I'm saying
would you pay to watch any of those wrestlers that got released?
Dakota Kai. Because I like Dakota Kai when she was in WWE.
You would pay $250 to watch her wrestle.
Tell me a time where you just paid strictly, well, I did that shit with Goldberg, but you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
There you go, bro.
Yeah.
Would you pay 250 smackaroos to watch Dakota Kai wrestle?
I would like to pay 250 smackaroos to see Dakota Kai and friends wrestle. That's what I like to see.
Would you pay $250 to watch Karrion Kross wrestle?
What do you think, bro? What do you think?
That's the difference from those people that got released and Karrion Kross. AEW would reach out to Karrion Kross, bro.
So the thing is he a fit? Is he a fit? Maybe this is the questions that AEW
you just said
themselves.
LA Knight was a fit in WWE Weekly Review, bro.
Of course.
If LA Knight is a fit in AEW, Karrion Kross is the goat of AEW then, bro.
Again, you're not listening. I said these are the questions AEW are trying to ask themselves. Is he a fit for what we do here? Maybe that's why they didn't reach out yet. Maybe they're planning to, but maybe, they're trying to see, is he a fit?
Bro, if I have the number 2, 3, and 4 shirt seller in WWE that just got released, he's a fit in my fucking company. I can tell you that much.
Of course. It's easy as pie, right? You know for a fact this dude's hot. His contract ran out. There's no 90-day non-compete clause. Why not bring him over here just to gather up attention and gather up noise? But see, I'm telling you, AEW is functioning on a whole different wave in 2025.
We sitting here filming with Dynamite's on, bro. What if this motherfucker on Dynamite right now?
Bro, that should be crazy work, bro. That'd be crazy work.
This whole podcast is null and void.
See, we gotta erase this whole episode, bro. That's it, man.
I'm like, hey, bro, we gotta release the whole episode, bro. Karrion Kross showed up to kick off Dynamite.
That, bro. Him and Scarlett, the start of the show.
Yeah.
That'd be crazy.
We don't know, bro. We don't know.
There is a part of me that would like for Karrion Kross to stay in WWE. But for the sake of AEW and just to get the fucking internet talking, oh man, can you imagine if he make the jump to AEW? It would break the internet.
It would break the internet.
Not only can Tony Khan give him the money he wants, but he can also have full control almost over what happens with his character, his wife's character, and work with Tony Khan. So I think it's a win-win. Which brings us to my point is Kross. My man Kev Kross is where it's at, my man. They got momentum. As we're going to talk about Word in the Street, the views then shot up 100 over the fucking week. They got momentum.
Because of Brock Lesnar. Allegedly.
Do you really think that?
What, Brock Lesnar?
Is the reason why people said, fuck them, but go over here.
I just saw like 5 people say, I've never watched AEW before, but since Brock Lesnar I've heard pedophile. I didn't know he was a pedophile.
Wow.
I thought he was just a sex abuser type shit, trafficker of women, whatever, allegedly. But
they must say read the text that we saw. Shit. I done seen her respond to some shit and say some shit too.
I heard pedophile. That was crazy. I was like, wow, nah, I don't think he was a pedophile.
No,
but
no. You know. I find it hard to believe that Brock Lesnar was a pedophile with a daughter. I really find that hard to believe. For real. So
yeah.
Now, listen, is it a work? I don't know. Is it actuality? I don't know. But one thing I do know is this man and his look and his eyes and how he was restricting himself from saying certain things because he don't want to burn his bridge. That was real. And anytime a motherfucker restrict their words and dance around the words they choose to say things without really saying it, but just allude to it, it's got to be some real shit to that shit. Like, you know, because Karrion Kross right now, like you said, he's still at the table. I never walked away from the table from negotiations. They walked away from me. I'm still here. I wanted to be here. We want to be here. This is our home. And maybe the E. And maybe it's not even the E, Oos. This is my point. This is my last point. Maybe it's TKO. Maybe TKO is the ones behind this bullshit, bro.
They just signed $7.7 billion, bro.
Listen.
They just signed $7.7 billion of UFC.
Well, that's good. So that means that it should be out of debt now. Okay? But we said it months ago. We said it months ago. TKO is going to drive a wedge between true pro wrestling fans and the WWE. And they're fucking doing it right before our eyes.
Yeah.
It's still prevalent to this day, man.
Yeah.
They are doing it right before our very eyes.
Yeah. Yeah, I got a word on the street for that tomorrow. Vince Russo was jibber jabbing again, bro.
Really?
Yeah, yeah. But all I gotta say, still a work to me, bro. Still a work to your boy right here. It'll be a work to me till I see this motherfucker in AEW. That's it, bro. That's it.
I'm gonna take it
AEW affiliate.
I'm gonna take it as what it is, and I'm going after that interview. Before then, I thought it was complete work because I found it to be asinine. There is no way in hell, as a business, as a company, that you let go of a superstar like Karrion Kross, Nature, and his wife Scarlett.
Like you said, TKO wants what? Money?
Wait, hold up. There is no way in hell that you let them slip between your fingers without you. And you so concerned with AEW. You kind of booking AEW on every front. And you want to literally just hand them a hot superstar on the platter and say, here you go. You can sign with them because we don't care. That's the only reason why I was like, I think it's a work. But then after hearing him, Kross speak for himself and say, look, this is my life we're talking about here. And it wasn't, he said, I'm not speaking as Kross, I'm speaking as Kevin. That's why I was like, oh, shit getting kind of real right now.
That's what you say when it's a work, right? Bro. Yeah, that's what you say when it's a work, bro. I'm telling you, that's what you say when it's a straight work. He'd be like Rihanna, work.
Yeah,
work.
I will say this, though. If this is a work, this is one of the greatest fucking work jobs in the history of working works, other than the Montreal school job. This has got to be the one of the top, right?
Which might be a work. And all I gotta say, Bully Ray, you annoying, because he called out everyone and he was like, the reason you knew Seth Rollins was a work is because you heard it on my podcast. I was like, bro, not everyone listened to your podcast before they decided this was a work or a shoot. For one. The second thing Bully Ray said, after he praised everyone for believing him and then it's a work, he went on for a good 3 minutes about how you saw it on his podcast that it was a work. That's where you got the idea. When I know a lot of people don't watch Busted Open and they just thought it was a work.
Right.
But then right after that, he goes on to say, well, you had a 50% chance to get it right. It's either a work or a shoot. What's the big deal? I was like, why would you praise yourself for 3 minutes talking about how you told everyone it's a work, then go on to say you had a 50% chance to get it right?
Right.
Which is it, Bully Ray? Which is it?
He don't know, because it's either Bully Ray that talks sometimes or it's Bubba Ray that talks sometimes. He don't know.
Yeah.
He just
But
shoots
that's what I'm
shit
saying,
to
bro.
win.
You can't say both things. You can't be like, I told y'all it was a work, and then 10 seconds later be like, you guys had a 50% chance to get it right. Bro, you had a 50% chance to get it right. What are you talking about?
And he got it wrong, so he don't know the fuck he talking.
He got it right. I mean, he got it right.
Did he get it right? Did he really get it right?
Yeah, he said it was a work, bro. He said it was a work.
He didn't get it right. Motherfuckers told him it was a work. Now he come on, he got there on podcast.
Yeah.
That's what it was. A little chill. It was inside of his.
He read someone
You know what I'm
like some people be doing to us.
Yeah, right. Right.
They be seeing our clips, and then a week later we see very familiar clips.
Hey, bro, fuck that. We gonna sit and talk about that. Let me tell you something. What's his name? What's his name?
I can't
Shanti?
remember his name because I don't care.
What his name is?
Huh? What's his name?
What's his name? Shanti?
I don't know who
Santi
Shanti is.
Santi or whatever his name is. The dude with the glasses
Santi.
who keeps taking out
Oh, I
motherfucking
wasn't even
takes.
talking about him. I wasn't even talking about him. I was talking about someone else.
But guess what? I'm talking about him right now. That's what I'm talking about. Because he keeps taking our takes. Stop taking our takes, bruh. If you're going to take a takes, at least give some credit to where it came from.
At least tag us. Just tag us.
We like the street profits. We want the smoke. And I'm telling you right now, bro. Take.
Just tag us. Just tag us.
Tag us.
You know?
Stop taking our shit. I even commented on one of his posts one time. I said, bro, that sounds like some shit we said about a couple of months ago. It sounded exactly like what we said a couple of months ago.
It happens.
Stop it. Stop it. You know one thing about him I don't like? He only started talking about Karrion Kross because he knew Karrion Kross was interacting with his fans, and he just now started jumping on the fucking bandwagon. So, fuck you. I don't give a fuck. We keep it 100 on the 44 HEELZ podcast, sponsored by Woo Energy Drink, the official energy drink sponsor of the 44 HEELZ podcast. Get it in good. We got strawberry banana.
They might cancel
and we
it
got
after this one.
They're gonna do what?
I said they might cancel it after this episode.
No, they're not. No, they're not. Who is he? Who is he? The fuck out of here. Who is he? Who is he?
He's shown on WWTV, sir. They
could be
show
shown
his reactions.
He could be shown on Playboy. I still don't give a damn, bro.
Yeah.
Shit. It don't matter to me. It don't matter to me. Stop taking our takes, man. Because we work hard over here. We work hard on this side. We don't just jack people's shit because we got more followers that we can goddamn just throw it pass it off as our own. Now, who was you talking about?
I can't remember his name, bro. I don't know.
What do you look like?
The one you sent. Overrated, underrated, properly rated. Who the fuck was that?
Yeah. There we go again. Mo Jackers. Stop jacking
I didn't know.
Shit.
I was like, we did that. We started that 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then we ain't even doing big names like Roman. He just went straight to Roman.
Yeah, he went straight to Roman.
Okay.
But see, that's how you know we jack our shit, because he don't understand the concept of it. He just heard us say some shit, but he don't understand the concept. See, you know what?
Yeah.
See, let me tell you something. At first, I'm done being quiet and humble because we was new in the game. Now we a little bit over a year in. I'm gonna start calling motherfuckers' name out, bro. I'm tired of this shit, bro, because we work too damn hard. We put too much time into this, and to come up with these original thoughts, and only for people to just come and bite it and jack it and then pass it around like it's theirs. Stop doing that shit. we ain't with it. If you don't like what we saying, come see me. Come see
Or
me.
do it and just tag us. I'm down for that.
Look,
You can steal our idea. You can steal our idea. Just tag us. Be like a stolen from the 404 Heels.
Hey man, shout out to On the Mark podcast because they the ones who said it. It was like we heard something from the 404 Heels podcast. Follow these guys, and they played our fucking clip about Will spray and shit.
Yeah,
and it was fucking great. And that's why we fuck with people like that, bro. But anybody else who out there just jacking our shit, you see the views, but you don't want to like and comment, but you want to jack our shit. Hey man, tighten the fuck up. Hey, you need to put up or shut up. You better get in where you fit in. Shit.
It's all the work, baby. It's all the work, bro.
It ain't no work.
Bro, you got anything else,
think it's
bro?
work no more. I don't think it's a work.
I'm still going to work.
Hey, it's a good convo. We're gonna keep it at where it's gonna be. We're gonna see.
Work.
Other than that,
all right, y'all.
That's it from the 404 Heels podcast. Thank you for tuning into our special edition of the 404 Heels podcast. The Kross effect. We kind of got a little bit off subject a little bit, but we went back on to the thing, man. I think it's not a work anymore. I used to think. Aaron McKee still thinks it's a work. He has his reasons. I have mine. You let us know what you feel. But y'all tune into AEW Top 5 Storylines of the Week tomorrow. And we have the Word on the Street show presented to you by Woo Energy Drink. Until the next time, you guys, deuces, ooses, peace.